and welcome back to the show. We need to talk about the preservation of podcasts. And I'm here joined today by our guest, Willem Hilhorst.
Yeah.
Willem, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Jasper.
So tell us, how are podcasts preserved at Sound of Vision?
Well, when you listen to podcasts through platforms, the platforms themselves aren't actually hosting the podcast, but rather using their RSS feeds to link to the original host of the creator.
So an RSS feed is easier to check and better even. So we don't need to deal with platforms and their protection.
Yeah, exactly. We build a special script that allows us to fetch the metadata and other information from the episodes directly from the RSS feed from the creators. And our podcast archival team reaches out to the rights holders and the creators of the podcast to ask them formally to sign a licensing agreement, which allows us to preserve the podcasts in our institute.
Well, and creators and rights holders just allow that?
They aren't allowed to be reused outside of the archive or without the full permission from the creators. And if you want to listen to the episodes, you can do so on site or through our media professional portal.
Very interesting. Can you walk us through the technical process?
Yeah, why don't I show you? We use a pre-built script that uses the API that fetches metadata like episode titles, show descriptions, and images from the RSS feed. The script checks if there are new episodes to harvest and downloads the MP3 files. After that, we ingest the files into our archive and publish them on our portals. What's unique about our method is that we can do this practically automatically. Every week, we're preserving new episodes. This allows us to archive a broad and horizontal selection from the podcast ecosystem in the Netherlands that isn't limited to just the national broadcasters.
Can you give an insight on how many shows you already preserved like this? That must be like 50.
Technically, if you add those from the public broadcasters, we have over 700 unique shows in our archive.
That's great. Can anyone else do this?
Absolutely. Any institute can start this work today.
Willem, thank you so much for explaining all of this to us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here.
I've been Jasper, and don't forget,
when you have a vision, you need Sound of Vision with vision.